another Saturday. I hope you're excited about this warm weather we're having today. Welcome to Sassy Sisters Real Talk. With real people, real lives, real talk. So what we going to be talking about today, sis?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We're going to be talking about new beginnings, part two. New beginnings brings new opportunities. How many of us like new opportunities? Well, as we welcome in the second week of spring, we're going to be talking about some great things that's going on around the DMV, some great, amazing people that's bringing new flavor to the DMV, that's making power moves. When you make power moves, you're able to open up opportunities for other people. So today we're going to be bringing on some special guests, some amazing people, and just talk about new beginnings on Sassy Sisters, where real recognizes real, and don't be coming on here faking. We want to talk about real, relevant issues today. So,
and as always, with new beginnings, it's very exciting. I always say your new can start anytime. It doesn't have to start at the beginning of the year. It can start whenever you're ready to have your new beginning. So with that being said, what's our first topic?
Well, our first topic of the day, I wanted to talk about something that was disturbing to me. Over the past week, we heard about 3 suicides that had taken place around the U.S. A couple of years ago, the mass shooting in Sandy Hook, and then also Parkland High School, there was a mass shooting where some of the survivors from there took their lives. And how many of us have known somebody that may have suffered from suicide or attempted suicide? So that is a topic that we need to always keep up front, because there's always someone battling in their mind, struggling whether they should stay or take their life. So we just always want to just bring people to light about, let's keep it open. Let's give people opportunities to talk. Let's give them a safe place to go.
Bring awareness, right?
To bring awareness and just, make it more comfortable for people to be able to go to you and tell them that they're struggling, that they're hurting, whatever that they're battling with. It was just really sad that those people were suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and grief disorder, where I can't say whether they got the appropriate help or not, but we want to always have avenues for people to have a safe place, a way of escape without them taking their lives. And so with that, we want to just make people aware of the 1-800 suicide prevention number, and we'll have that on the screen before the end of the show, that if there's someone out there struggling, battling, or someone that's struggling and battling with depression, mental illness, or whatever, it could be anything. You never know what a person is dealing with, where they just want to take their life, and you might be that person that helped save that person's life. So we just want to talk about that and keep that up in front, because depression has no age limit. It has no social background. It's every age, from young to old, black, white, Chinese, whatever, so nobody is exempt from that.
It doesn't discriminate. And suicide is real, people. Just as my sister was saying, you can't really identify, but I'm sure they might, when parents have kids, teenagers in particular, since you're talking about suicide, when it comes to youth, even children I've seen have had bouts of suicide. They could get bullied in school, and if the parents don't notice signs of depression or signs of withdrawal, or even if the child feels like they're afraid to talk to their parents, or if they're being threatened, saying, if you tell your parents, this is going to happen next day, or if you're not fitting in, kids have taken their lives because of this. So I'm throwing in bullying. We're talking about suicide, but they kind of connected, because bullying, is a big issue, as well as people having suicides. And when it comes to school age children, that means elementary through high school, this is something that we see have been very prevalent. So we want to just bring awareness to watch out for signs for your children. Absolutely. If their attitudes are different, right? Like if they come home and they're withdrawn, or they're doing things that are not like their normal in their normal capacity, what they're normally used to doing. I think you should know and know the signs of if they're just out of their normal range of activity or their character even. That's what I want to say, their character. So I know parents know their kids best, but sometimes it can be missed because there have been things I've seen on the news where the parent just didn't know.
Yes, yes.
Right? So we
right.
have a number again that we're going to put up, but I want to say that number you can call 1-800-273-8255. Again, it's 1-800-273-8255 for the National Suicide Prevention number. Get help, people. Talk to someone. As my sister said, if you're depressed, sometimes help is just around the corner. People give up because they feel like they're alone and they're dealing with stuff. But just know that if you could just hold on and reach out, just reach out. And, you know, sometimes you feel like the world it may be on your shoulders or there's no help, you know, but the next day, the very next day could be your source of help. That's what I'm trying to say. More times than not, people really don't want to commit suicide. You know, they really don't.
For help.
It's a cry. Yeah, I like you said that.
It's a cry for help.
It's a cry for help, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It is a cry for help. So again, could you repeat that number again? I don't have my eyeglasses. So
okay, so we both.
I'm
this
keeping
real
it real.
talk, y'all.
I don't have my eyeglasses. I can't
have
see,
mine,
so.
but I think I can do it from a distance. That number again is 1-800-273-8255. Get help, people. There's help right around the corner. You can call this number, and someone will be there to help you. In your time of need and in your time of distress.
Absolutely.
Okay, next topic.
Next topic. Well, briefly, while we're talking about kids in school, I heard something great about a week ago on the news about the STAR program that the Anne Arundel County school system has introduced, and I just want to share with people in the DMV that I don't know when they're going to incorporate this in the other schools in the region. But it's called the STAR program, and it's an in-school confidential drug treatment. And this is a new program, and it's right now it's in Anne Arundel County schools. And with that, it's a screening where teens can come to access for treatment and recovery if they are dealing with substance abuse. And I know some people might be like, well, why do they have this in the school? Well, it's a relevant need in the school. You know, we have the opioid epidemic, all the different things that's going around, the Scooby-Doo snacks, K2.
It's real.
You know, so our kids, whether we like it or not, they can't be with us 24 hours. So I think this is a great thing that Anne Arundel County School has introduced the STAR program. And we want to always educate our youth, you know, and talk to them. But sometimes they can't, let's keep it real. They're not going to be honest with us all the time. Now, if you have a relationship with your child or your nieces, nephews, or the kids in your community, that's great. But they have now introduced this new program in Anne Arundel County School called the STAR program, where the children can come and they can talk in confidence, and they will have a therapist screen them confidentially through I think via internet, Skype or whatever. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But I think it's great where they have a safe place to go to get help before it gets out of control, or if it is out of control, that can bring them back to get them on their path to success without having to battle substance abuse and addiction. So again, the STAR program. So we look forward to hearing about it in our other school systems in the up and coming school year.
Yeah, I was going to add to that. It would be nice to know that other schools will adopt programs like what you just shared, sis, that's going in Anne Arundel County now. I'm sure there may be some other schools, even in the district and other counties, that are helping their youth that may be struggling in this area of drug addictions. Family drug addictions are real with the youth and teens, you know, so you can get help.
Yes, peer
That's
pressure.
all we're saying. Peer
Peer
pressure.
pressure is real. And
Yes, it is.
It's prom season coming up, graduation time, and I understand the kids have worked and they've done an excellent job. But it's just that
During the
one
school
wrong
year,
move.
yeah.
I always say that that one wrong move, that one false turn, can change your whole path. So it's great that we can talk about this in the community because this is a relevant topic. So, yeah, the STAR program is just started in Anne Arundel County. We look forward to hearing about it throughout the region.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Next.
Well, now you want to introduce our first guest?
Okay, so yes. Well, what we're going to do now is go to a commercial before we introduce our guest.
Yes.
Okay, and we'll be right
Our
back.
amazing guest.
Exciting, y'all.
Yes.
We're excited about it.
Sleepy Main 666.
God damn, Jimmy. This is some serious gourmet shit.
All right, now we're back, and welcome back to Sassy Sisters Real Talk. Our first amazing guest we have here is Mr. Keith Childs.
Yay.
Keith Childs,
Yay.
who is the author of Easy Pray. And we're welcome, Keith.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thanks
Yes,
for having me.
yes.
Thank
So,
you.
Keith, we want you to tell us what's happening, what you're doing now. Tell us about your amazing book, Easy Pray, and all the great things that you got going on.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Well, first of all, let me say thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it. I'm always appreciative when I can have someone who just one extra person to learn about my book and my novel, what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
So for those who may not know who I am, my name is Author Keith Childs. I wrote this my first novel. So I got started in this about maybe, I'd say about three and a half years ago. I came up with the idea of this novel, Easy Pray Trilogy. I'm actually working on part 2 now. So I started writing it about maybe about 2 years ago, 2 years prior, to my mom took ill, and then for a whole year I didn't do anything. She took ill. I was there with her. She passed away, and on her,
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And before she passed away, I was telling her that I was writing a book, because it was my first time writing a book, and she was like, "Baby, just finish your book." So when she passed away, of course, that whole year I didn't do anything. So I decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and do the book. And honestly, by it being my first book, I was like, I don't care if it won't sell at all. I just wanted to finish it because I promised my mom.
There's something about
finishing.
finishing. Something about
Something about that
finishing.
completion. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. So many different variables, of why this book is so meaningful to me. Outside of just, it's a fiction. Let me start by saying that, guys. It's a fiction for those who read it. Many have read it, and for those who haven't read it, will read it. It's a thriller.
It's a thriller, okay.
It's an erotica thriller. So
Okay.
it's very grown. It's a grown.
It's a grown-up book.
Grown-up
Okay.
book. Yeah. Only the kids.
What you say, sis?
Grown and sexy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Grown
for
and
adults.
Grown and
Okay, I
sexy.
hear you.
Adults only.
Right.
Okay.
So the book, but let me just give you a little synopsis of the book, and then I'll come and I'll work backwards on how I
Okay.
got here. But the
Okay.
book, what it is, it's about a black female serial killer. Based out of Washington D.C. Named Mallory Bell, and just a real synopsis. She witnessed her parents at 5 years old get brutally murdered by her father business partner Patrick Dunnigan. Right, her name Mallory Bell. So she grows up. She goes through this whole psychotic mission where she lives a double life. She becomes very wealthy, very sexy, but she becomes very deranged, and she changed her name to Mallory Kilpatrick in her quest for revenge to killing Mr. Patrick Dunnigan. So this whole quest, take on a whole quest.
You got a serious imagination.
Oh,
this
I
is
love
great.
Yeah, I do.
I'm an author too myself, first time author. So I can appreciate you saying, if I might interject, Key, that it takes some time to write a book.
Oh, absolutely does. It
Go
does.
ahead,
It does.
continue.
No, it
I
does.
just wanted to
Absolutely.
throw that in there.
No,
Got
it
my
does.
mind like I'm visioning.
And I'm
this.
telling my sister, in fact,
Okay, here we go, y'all.
yeah,
Real
yeah,
talk.
because she's a writer. I know that she had books in her. I have a second
haven't
book
published.
that's coming out, and I'm working on my third. But today is about Keith, but she need to get started writing her book.
inspiring me.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Keith.
Yeah.
Good.
No, absolutely. No, you gotta
Good,
you gotta
good.
just stay
Good, good.
motivated
Tell 'em.
and do it.
Yes.
You have to stay motivated and write your book, but it has to come at your time. One thing
Time
that
is
I've
key.
learned, some people put more pressure on an individual to write, but for
That's
me, my writing style is it have to flow. So when I feel like doing it, I do it.
Exactly.
And, it comes out of
Inspiration
you. But,
comes.
right.
When the
Inspiration, right.
inspiration comes.
Wherever you can pull it from, that's where you get your inspiration. But the book in itself,
Sounds interesting.
it's a very, I've heard that it's a very good, great little story I wanted to write to kind of get you away, take your mind away from TV, and just give you
Pull you
something to
into
write,
it.
get your imagination. So you make sure you cop it and read it so you totally understand it. But
Exactly.
again, always put it out there. It's very erotica, so it's not for kids.
Right.
It's
Not for,
very erotica.
this is
kids,
not for
I hear
kids,
that.
Not for
okay?
kids, right.
This is an adult
It's an
book,
adult book.
okay?
Adult book for the grown.
mature,
Okay, for the
and
grown
sexy.
people,
Right.
okay? Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So it's like I said, it's a thriller, and I'm working now. So part 1 came out last June. I released it at the end of last May. So
Okay.
last June I had a big release. It was very successful, and it's been doing well. So I put it out on my own publishing company, and it's been doing very well. Interviews with, thankful for shows like you
Own
all.
publishing company.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Okay.
What's the difference in having, now I know, but I want Keith to tell them, Keith, why did you self-publish?
Well, I self-published because I wanted to just have a little more control.
All right now, did you
Now,
hear that? For
but it's
y'all
a- but-
entrepreneurs, business people.
But it absolutely is a daunting job. You can't just saying it and doing it is different.
Yes,
there's a lot
it
of
is.
work in self-publishing.
Yes, it
So
is.
You have to know, because you got to think about it. When you're a self-publisher, you do everything. You don't have nobody's doing anything. You do everything. You build your team. You do all your promotions. You do everything. So, but on the flip side of doing everything, you control everything, and then more the line
Some
share of the
benefits
profit
to
is
it.
yours. Oh,
There's
definitely
some benefits
Yeah,
to all
definitely.
that hard work.
Yeah, so definitely benefits to it. So you want to get yourself. If that's your role. I mean, I don't put it out there because self-publishing ain't for everyone. Some people just want to write. and let someone else do that job. There's people who does great job publishing other people's books. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you know you're not cut to get out here, beat these streets, and hustle your material. Some people like, look, I just want
Not
to write.
built like
Of
that.
course.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong
And
with that.
I was
There's nothing wrong
one with
that.
my first book, so I'm glad that you shared that. I had someone help me publish my book, a great woman of God who helped me publish my book, and in fact took us through the process of writing so that you can be educated. You're not just writing, but you know why you're writing and all the different things and steps that you go to get to writing. There's a timeline for writing, meaning you can set your own timeline. You write when you want to write, but if you're going to discipline yourself to write and commit yourself to writing, then you can set your commitment. You set your writing time. But as you said, like you said, you write by inspiration. And people need to know this for those that want to write books that, sometimes the inspiration, it don't come every day. As Keith said, there's a flow. And you want a flow. This is true. So your writing makes sense, and it will. But I agree with you with that, because I found that even in writing my book, Dance Gems, it doesn't come in succession. Like you might have 15 chapters. Okay, I write chapter 1. I have all my subtitles for my chapters. I have my chapter title, but my inspiration may come in chapter 8.
Right.
So I'll write 8. It doesn't have to come in. Have you found that?
No,
to be true?
you have to. I mean, no, everybody kind of write in their own skills. There's no certain. There's no cookie cutter way on how you write.
Right.
So
Right.
your flow is just how
It's your
it
flow.
Let me just ask for someone that's asked, one of my viewers that asked.
Go ahead.
Yes, the book is on Amazon. Someone's asked a question.
Absolutely.
It's on Amazon.
He's
So
live.
my book is on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Nobles. It's on Apple. It's on Kindle.
See that?
It's actually but I tell everyone to go to my website, which is www.arthurkeithchilds.com,
website. That's
because
good, Keith.
that way, if you get the book from
That's
me,
good.
guys, I can sign it and send it to you.
Oh. Yes, that's the
yeah.
difference.
So it's a difference.
I'm glad you said that, Keith.
So if you go to my website, you can actually buy the book. You can purchase the book from www.arthurkeithchilds.com, and I'll sign the book for you, and I'll send it to you the next day. So, but it's everywhere. I'm working right now on getting it in an audio book. So I'm transferring the audio. I'm working on audio books, and I'm also now shopping the deal to we're looking at making it a movie. So we got a lot going on. So
that sounds great.
New opportunities.
So tell them
when.
opportunities. See, new opportunities.
He's creating opportunities, because I'm more than certain that when you start the movie, that you're gonna be looking for people, giving people new opportunities
to act.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's awesome and amazing,
amazing.
Keith. Now tell them where they can find you on social media.
You can find me at all my handles are Arthur Keith Childs. My website is www.arthurkeithchilds.com. My Instagram is Arthur Keith Childs. My Facebook is Arthur Keith Childs. It's real simple.
Okay.
Everything. My Twitter, everything is Arthur Keith Childs. Yeah.
Okay, but before we go, you're doing so many amazing things. I want you just to share a little bit. I'm going to kind of do like this, because that exercise movement that I will talk about later for me, because I ain't stick to the plan. But all the amazing things you're doing with your other businesses, with the health, because New Beginnings also is health and mindset.
Taking care of yourself.
If you could share a little bit about that, about the F this fat movement,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
also your other businesses that you having going on.
Okay, well, yeah, definitely. So I created I put together with some friends. I made about maybe 4 or 5 years ago a movement, and it came about really fun. I'm gonna be real. We can talk real, right?
Oh yeah,
so
this
it was a
real. Real talk. Let's keep it
I
real.
need your help.
Right. So one day, actually,
and so do a lot of
right.
other people. Come on, keep telling us.
One day, actually, after getting out of the shower, I walked by the mirror. And I was like,
you saw something?
And I was like, man, F this fat. I said the curse word. So I laughed so hard about it, but then I thought about it and I put it out there, and I found out that there's a lot of people that feel that way. So I created a page, and it grew. Maybe I think we're about 3,000 strong right now.
Wow.
So what we do is it's all free. It's just a community I wanted to put together so everybody can be inspired by everyone. Like my buddies now. This morning they started back. I didn't get there this morning. I came here, but my buddy Bootney and Kenny and Steve, baby, it's a bunch of us who we get out there on Saturday morning down Haynes Point, and we walk every Saturday morning about about 7 in the morning. We do like 3 miles one time around, and as we get, as the weeks go, we increase it all the way to like 11 miles. But we start off just at 3 miles, so it's a real light walk. You walk at your own pace. But
That's awesome.
so because a lot of people don't have the time. Unfortunately, we really need to make it. But a lot of people with their busy schedules
Yes.
don't have the time to get out and
That's
work
key.
out during the week. So
awesome.
if you can find time on Saturday morning, come down and join us at Haynes Point. If it's not raining, we're there. Come down and join us. And then that's just part of it. And also, it's just understanding that we're getting older. So we have to get out here. We have to walk. We have to take care of that heart muscle. But we also got to watch what we put in our body. I'm not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. But
Me
if you
either.
do those things, you have to make sure that you're eating right. You're eating
That's
better,
right.
You know?
That's right.
And I'm not one to sit and tell you what to eat, what not. But I just
Right.
really suggest that you got to really monitor because it makes sense.
It does.
The whole analogy of what I always say is, we buy a car. We love cars. I love cars. Most people love cars. So you buy a car and you buy your nice, Bentley, Mercedes, whatever you like. You dare not put no bad gas in that car.
Oh, you better not.
Right.
You're somebody.
Not no Mercedes or Bentley.
or anything.
Or any
Right.
car.
That's the thing
Now you
about it.
Yeah,
convicted
any
me.
car.
You
Right,
convicted
right.
me.
So-
Real
so,
talk.
right.
You convicted me.
Right.
Oh my God.
So you think about it. If you get,
Tell 'em,
if
tell
you drive,
'em.
if you drive,
Yeah, a car.
right? If you drive your car, or you let somebody else, your son, your uncle, your friend, or whatever, drive your car, and they go and put some bad gas in your car, you're gonna go off. So my
Absolutely.
point to that is,
I got you.
why are you so concerned about a car that you can buy another one, but you constantly put junk in your body? Your body is
Tear me
you,
up.
you can't get
You
another.
tear
You
me
helping
up.
somebody and you convicting a lot of people, Keith,
Yes.
because
Yes,
that's
that's
significant
true.
what
It's
he
true.
said. We got to take care of these temples, and I don't use the old word. I say, Keith said, we getting older. I say gracing for me. So I say I'm gracing, gracefully gracing.
Well, we don't
But
take care of
however
our body,
you,
it'd be
however
old,
you want
broke
to call it, family, we got to take care of these temples, and we got to do something. And Keith, it's something else you said significant about the movement that you made, which I find amazing, because you said you grew 3,000 strong for this movement. He didn't say anything about that you got to do all this jumping up and down. He said walking, and you walk at your own pace. I love that. I said all I need to do is get out and walk. And you know what? My doctor confirmed that. She just said walk. That's natural. Everybody can do that.
I would like
Take time to walk, family.
come down. I have a group called
Yeah.
365. It's a ladies group, and I would like to bring my ladies down
Please
to meet
do.
you
Please
down
do.
at Haynes Point,
As well as
Lord.
my Sisters Tribe
and
sisters.
Sisters Tribe and 365
Please.
ladies.
Y'all
will be out
come on
there.
if y'all
We gonna
listening.
Come on, we gonna
Yeah.
meet Keith
Come
at
on down there.
Haynes Point,
Come
and
on
we
down
gonna
there.
walk because you
Get to
already
walk.
know I
Get
still
to
got
walking.
75 pounds to go,
Yeah,
y'all,
that's
before
good.
I get it tight and right.
And I'm
There you
definitely
go.
gonna have to fit that
You
in
need
my
to
schedule,
walk.
y'all, because that just dawned on me since this is a Keep It Real show. Because I got this show running on Saturdays, and I'm a firm believer not filling my plate over filling my plate. So Keith, I said that because I'm excited. But if I find it in my schedule, I would definitely come down and maybe join y'all to see, what y'all doing.
Right.
Because I got a lot going
Absolutely.
on right now,
Absolutely.
for real.
Yeah.
I
but-
actually
but-
signed up for a 5K walk
did?
on
That's
April
good.
the 27th
Do those.
because one of my church members had his leg amputated, so we're walking for the
Oh, that's a good-
amputees.
Oh, that's
on
awesome,
April the
Robin.
27th with Shady Grove of Venice. And so I need to get ready
I
for
would
my
like to
walk.
support that.
Yeah,
Now,
yes,
I
it's
don't know,
April
for
the 27th,
Sassy
I'm
Sisters
walking.
Real Talk, we might have to do a rerun of a show or something because
Because I got to go walk for those who have lost their
we
legs
praying about
or
a
their
co-host. We praying about a co-host now, so we'll see what happens with that. But that's important.
Yes, it is, and I need to walk. I need to walk.
But we all need
But
some activity.
it's-
That's the bottom line, family. And I'm glad that my sister bought Keith's other business about.
Oh, he got a little
him
bit more.
doing-
He got a
So-
little bit more than him to talk
so I don't
about.
know,
About business entrepreneurship.
He does.
Oh, yes.
Can you sum it up, Keith,
Yeah,
before
sure.
we bring on our next guest? Because we
Absolutely.
want to give her fair airtime on the show.
Absolutely.
And so tell us about all the other things.
Well,
right
it's not.
quick.
I mean, it's just a couple things that I'm actually doing now. I mean, one, like she said, I definitely enjoy just the health body, guys, taking care of the temple,
That's
and of
important.
course, you know that I'm, of course, an author. Also, guys, I'm into real estate.
Ooh,
So
okay.
learning about real estate, becoming an entrepreneur, and also I have a nonprofit It's called the Dale Berta Foundation. So the Dale Berta Foundation is, my grandmother's name was Roberta, my mother's name was Dolores. Both of them raised me, both of them have passed on. But I created a 501c nonprofit in their honor. And what first, every book that I sell, or every book that's sold, a percentage goes to my nonprofit. But what it does is put to feed the homeless and seniors.
I like that, giving back.
You got to give
you
back.
put your hand back into the community.
No,
you have to. I agree
didn't
with you
know that. No,
wholeheartedly.
that's something I didn't know. No, we really
See
need
that?
to talk after the show because I feed thousands of people.
Oh, good.
I feed thousands of people. I have a food program called 5 Loaves and 2 Fish through my church, which is There's Hope. I feed people every day, thousands of
That's
people.
important.
So
It's important.
we need
It's
to have a
important to do that.
conversation, because I would like
Absolutely.
No,
to
it's a
know
must.
what
It's a
you're
must. And we as people, we got to give back. I
That's
mean,
right.
we can't. If God don't give any of us our blessings just for us. If you got,
He repeated it. That's confirmation. I just said that
If you think your
the other
blessings
day.
if you think your blessings are just for you, you're selfish.
You are selfish. Say
Selfish.
that. Now, you know what? I love that Keith said that because I said God never blesses you for you to keep everything to yourself. If he blesses you, then he wants you to help. And I say, woe unto you for those that can and do not.
That's
The Bible says, woe be unto you who have to do or who can give or whatever it is that you in any capacity and you withhold it.
And if I could add to that, the worst thing you could do is to leave this earth full. My desire
be
is to
empty,
leave this
honey.
earth
Go ahead, sis.
empty. The gifts, the passion, the purpose is not for you to keep to yourself. It's for you to give to someone else. And if
Help
you pour
somebody,
and impart
people.
into someone else, I said I never die. You know why? Because everything that I poured out into that person, they're going to share with somebody else. So we live
Absolutely.
on. So everything that you poured out, everything your grandmother, your mother, everything that they instilled in you, as you bless so many people,
Yes.
that your grandmother never dies, your mom
That's
never
a
dies, 'cause
memory
they live
that
on.
continues
We live
on.
on.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna leave this. We're gonna leave this earth empty. All you out there that's watching, I hope that you pour of yourself so you can leave this earth empty. Pour out that gift that you have in you.
And we're going to talk about gifts too. That's another great subject because once you know what your purpose is, then you can walk it out. And your purpose is your gift. Once you realize what your gift is, and some people struggle with that because they don't know what their purpose is. And so you find a lot of people doing a lot of different things. Really, they trying to find what am I here for? What am I good at? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? And if you just really look within yourself, what is that thing that you like doing most?
And your purpose brings new opportunities,
Absolutely.
new beginnings, not just for yourself, but to bless other people.
It is to bless other people. And if
And I
you're
can't
not
wait to
blessing
read
other
this
people,
book and get to
Yeah,
walking.
exactly.
you're not doing
Oh,
nothing.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
please
can't
make
wait.
sure
I
that's
can't.
the big thing. Make sure you go out and get the book, guys.
We
Support the
definitely
book,
will support
read the
you,
book.
Keith.
You know,
I'll
I
get
like
my
the
book
feedback on it.
today,
I appreciate
today,
it. Go out and get the book, guys. Read it.
Thank
read
you.
it. Get behind it. I appreciate all the love. It's doing very well, and it can always do better. So I appreciate everyone that has supported the book, that is supporting the book, and that will support the book. So I thank you.
Okay,
Well,
last
Keith,
time,
we
tell
wish
us
you well.
last time
We
to
wish
where
you
to,
well.
get
Tell
your
you we
book.
can get
Last
your
time
book
where
from.
people can find you.
Okay, yes, you can find me, guys, you can actually go to www.authorkeithchilds.com. That's www.authorkeithchilds.com. You can order your book from there if you want an autograph. But also you can go on Amazon, you go on Barnes and Nobles, you can go on if you like the ebooks, you can go on Kindle, you can go
That's
on Apple
great.
Books and Google. So all of most of them, it's not hard to find me. Just put my name in authorkeithchilds.com and you can find my book everywhere.
That's awesome, Keith.
Thank
We
you.
wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
yes.
I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having
So
me.
we're going to go to a quick break,
Yes.
and then we'll bring our next guest on.
These brings this serious gourmet shit. rappers.
That's right, nigga. Set that shit.
My mind, music on 9 blasting, Donnie Hathaway. Me and my niggas spending half the day plotting how we gon' get this map today without getting blasted away. I wake up to the same problems after the day. Well, I mean, fuck. Yeah, no need. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, no need. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. Wait.
And welcome back to Sassy Sisters Real Talk with real people, real lives, real talk. And now I'm very excited to bring on our next guest, this young lady by the name of Giovanna. Did I say that right?
It's Giovanna.
Giovanna. I always get it wrong, but my son introduced me to this beautiful young lady, and he calls her Gigi.
Yes.
Can I call you Gigi?
Of course.
Hi. Okay, so I want to bring on Gigi, but as you heard her say, her name is Giovanna, young entrepreneur, and she has her own line of owl lashes. So, Giovanna, tell us what started you, what made you start your own business versus most young people, or a few young people would be trying to enter into the workplace. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we call it, or they call it, the rat race.
Right.
Some things that you had tried to do that brought you to this place of entrepreneurship, saying that I want to do my own thing. I want my own business. And then tell us what you had for us.
So, well, the reason that I started my own business was, I did cosmetology school, so I did the hair thing. I went into the salon business, but it just wasn't for me. Like, working for someone just wasn't for me. It was money, you got money doing hair, you got money doing all different types of things. Like, I could put a price on something and be like, this is what I want it to be. Mm-hmm. And I got that. But then it was always that middleman that you have to get that cut to. And it's just like, not only that cut, but the respect. You always felt like I had to, like, suck up to people. And that's just not me. So it was just like, like, why not do my own thing? Why not branch out and get my own business? I started back in 2012. That's when I first tried to launch my business. I did a hair business. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't as successful as I thought it was going to be, so it kind of like set me back. Like, it made me like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. So then I tried to go work for someone else, but then I was just like, like, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to do this the right way. Mm-hmm. And the right way being said so that I don't have to ever work for anybody again.
I love it.
Wow, I love the fact that you said, and I love the confidence. I wish I had that same attitude early on versus later, because I'm gonna say something. What intrigued me about this young lady was her confidence and saying that I want to create a business for myself because I already know that I don't want to work for no one else.
That's right.
And just having the confidence to do it.
Yes.
There's something about when you get in the workplace,
Yes.
the rat race they call it, or working in private industry or working
Right.
in government, whether it be DC government, federal government. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I have a job and I'm employed, but I'm saying there are some things that I do entrepreneurially. I do have an entrepreneurial spirit, and I have some things that I do on my own. But the fact that if I had I early on had the attitude that you had, I'd probably be running my own thing, doing my own thing, and having my own business. So it takes courage.
It does. It takes
to do it.
It takes
so
time.
Talk about that.
It takes that motivation, getting up in the morning, not really having to go to a set job place, but waking up in the morning knowing that you have to promote, push. Your voice is your business. Without a voice, you have no business. I mean, you can't just sit behind a computer and put something up. No, I want to know what it is. I want to know how I'm going to get it. I want to know what the worth is. I want to know that. And with me, I did a lot of test runs. I did a lot of test runs on a lot of people. It wasn't just, I have eyelashes and this is what I'm going to do. No, it was I have eyelashes. I'm going to see how long they can wear them. I'm going to see if they can fall asleep with them. I'm going to see if that glue is going to last until the end of the month. That's what I did. Before I launched my business, I had trials and I had, some downfalls. But it just made me want to get better products. It just made me want to go out there and do better things. With my business, I tested people. I put out a limited edition box to see, who's watching. What person is watching you? Who wants what you have? Because there's always someone that wants what you have.
That's right.
Especially when they
Say
see
that again. You said somebody will want.
Someone is always going to want what you have, especially if they see you
That's encouraging.
succeeding. If they see you succeeding, why not? Okay, what's she doing? How can I do that? And me, it took for me to come out with my first box. This box right here. This was my first box that I came out for my business. Limited edition box. It took for me 2 weeks later to see someone take my box and recreate it in their own style. But I did it for that purpose.
So you did it for that purpose? Okay, so tell me, what would you say? So show us some of your eyelash designs and tell us what they are and how do you go about helping your clients that come in. And what is your clientele? Is it a set age or is it young people, like young adults, young teens to like my age?
Right. And no, I don't have a set age. When I picked my lashes, I picked them so that not only me or my sister or my best friend or her best friend or her girlfriend could wear them. I picked them so that her mom could love them. Her grandmother could love them. Anybody could love them. I have all different styles. I have all different lengths. I have 3D. I have mink. I have silk. I have natural. I have ones for people that don't wear, the real human mink hair lashes. So I kind of did it so that everyone could get a feel. I have 15 different styles.
Oh, that's awesome.
I launched my business February 23rd. I have 15 different styles. I have my own eyeshadow palette that I created.
Did you hear that, family?
Myself.
Could you camera key in? I know the camera's there. The key in on her eye shadow.
My God, vibrant
Isn't
color.
that wonderful?
And it's a 90s.
5,
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yes. So where can we find you?
Where can we find you?
I
Yes,
have a
tell us.
website. My website is Owlash Cosmetics. That's spelled OWLASH Cosmetics COMSTIC. So you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Owlash Styles. And you can find me on Facebook as well. It's Owlash. So I have Instagram, I have Facebook, and I also have a website. So just go and look up Owlash and we'll pop right back.
Well, thank you so much, Gigi, for coming, showing your beautiful products, beautifying all other ladies, all ages.
Yes.
So as we get ready to come to a close, we have our motivational moment. And I just want to say to people, family, and friends out there, if you have a gift, share your gift. Don't put it under a bushel. Put it out there for everybody to see. Let people know what you're doing. Somebody's going to want. You heard Gigi say what you have, right? And just don't give up. Sis, you want to add to that before we close?
Yes, I just want to thank you for you inspired me tremendously.
Thank you.
And just to encourage someone, because as we opened the show, we talked about suicide and the different things that people are struggling with. So I'm just going to share with you something that my dad used to tell us when we were little girls, that you have to, if you can't stand the rough waves, you will never be able to sail the smooth waters. I'm going to say that again.
And that's our
if
dad,
you
sis. We
can't
sisters for
stand
real.
the rough waves, you will never be able to sell the smooth waters. So I just want to encourage you today. The smooth waters, blue skies is coming. Just hang on. Don't give up.
Yes.
Hang in and just connect with someone that can build you up. The worst place you can be is all alone. Connect with someone to encourage you this day, because new beginnings brings new opportunities.
Absolutely. Remember, if you can't weather the storm, you won't sail the smooth waters. And we want to thank you for tuning in to Sassy Sisters Real Talk. Real people, real lives, real talk.
3, 2, 1.